All right. So NBA first look for December 23rd. So before we jump into that, I'm a little tilted, but here's why. Let me pull it up. So, sorry, hold on. So, if you don't play on Prize Picks, um, they have the 12 days of pick miss or whatever it is. So this is what I rolled with. Instead of being logical and maybe doing 5 legs, 4 legs, even maybe 3 legs. Now, it was a $50 flex play. So, Flex Friday, I posted this to Twitter. I really hope no one tailed this. Um, but the thing that, um, so let me, I'm a little, okay. So instead of $20 like it normally is, they bumped it up to 50 because of the 12 days of Pickmas. Every day they're releasing something new, whatever. So this is what I went with. Let's just start it out with we'll go with Capella because this one got me the most frustrated. So I use Stochastics Pick'em Pro tool, and I'm not blaming them. They didn't make me lose $50, and I obviously got it back in promo money. They're not the ones at fault. The thing with Clint Capella is they had him projected, so we needed more than 23 and a half PRA. He was projected for like 26, 27. You would think that the starting center would, grab rebounds, score a couple buckets here and there, didn't do anything. I think in the first rotation, he had one. That was the thing that ticked me off the most. On to Tyler Hero. He is one of those players that I never get right. Kind of the same with Booker, but Booker helped me out um, earlier in the season, so he gets a bit of a pass. I'm convinced that Twitter plays are cursed. So when you see certain cappers that give out their picks every day, a lot of people ride them and it turns out to be like a bad play. I've seen it so many times and I always bite and it never works out. So that kind of tilted me more than 5 assists. I kind of figured with no Jimmy Butler, he's gonna be the main guy to kind of pass the ball, kind of work the offense, whatever. I know obviously he's a shooter and he'll shoot a lot, but Booker 13 and a half PRA. Sorry, RA. I don't even know. I didn't pay attention to the game at all. That one I didn't really care. Avdia. So I place this. Does it still? Yeah. So I place this at 12:42 Central Time. Find out at 4 Central Time, give or take, maybe 5. Danilo Gallinari got ruled out for rest. I know he tore his ACL like 2 seasons ago or so. I know he's hurt and then he got traded. I don't even remember, but he's on the Wizards. So I figured, oh, this looks better. Just because it was one less body. I know Gallinari doesn't start and Avdia does. I think in his first rotation, he had 3. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. It was just a frustrating day. The only good thing was it was a protected play, so I got all my money back. Um, it's fine. Dorian Finney-Smith hit in like the first quarter, which was nice. Sadiq Bey was someone else I kind of liked. I don't even care. It's fine. I just had to get that out. So we are just going to jump in to NBA plays. So kind of like I always say, per usual, you can just prize picks. We're gonna build a prize picks card. Prize picks, sleeper, underdog, parlay play. I forgot what else. You can bet them straight on the sports books, whatever you want. Just do what you want, whatever you're comfortable with. So let's go to NBA. I don't know why I still have this, even though I've used it already, but whatever. First prop. We're gonna go with Scotty Barnes over 35.5 PRA. Main thing is the Jazz are a little thin in terms of who is playing. I'm gonna double check the injury report, but just to make sure, like some of the guys are, um, whether they're playing or not, I haven't really seen anything. But um, they've had no Larry Markkinen, Almir Yurtseven, who's the guy that's majority of the time starting, has been playing Talon Horton Tucker. I did see he was ruled questionable. So Jordan Clarkson, game time decision. Talon Horton Tucker, game time decision. Keontae George, who has been their starting guard, is out. They the estimated return date for Clarkson and THT is today. Keontae George is expected to be back on Tuesday, the day after Christmas. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but regardless, I still like this spot. Um, Utah gives up an average of 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Toronto's a 5.5 point favorite. The over under is 229. But let's just take a look at his rotations from technically yesterday's game. So he played up to the 5:25 mark and then got checked back in at 3 minutes and a second. But you can see here that he plays a good chunk of the game. So, and I mean, this last rotation didn't really do much but turn the ball over twice. But I mean, from the 4:25 mark of the end of the first half to 5:28 in the third quarter, the minutes are there. And I know it's the second leg on the back to back, but I mean, I think that this is just a good spot for him. So we're just going to roll with that as our first prop. So we're going to take more there. So the second prop we're going to go with is Anthony Davis over 45.5 PRA. So the Lakers are playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're 4 point dogs to the Thunder. The over-under is 238.5. OKC gives up an average of 22 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists to opposing centers. In the last game between these two, Anthony Davis had 31 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. Now, every game, kind of like how it is with the Lakers, is, and especially if you play DraftKings or if you play DraftKings or FanDuel DFS, Anthony Davis and LeBron are always questionable, but they always play. There's like that very rare instance where they don't play. And I kind of understand, they might just need a little off day or whatever. Anthony Davis, game time decision. He's expected to play. Estimated return date is today. LeBron isn't even on the injury reports. So that's something, I guess. Um, I do like this spot here because it should be, according to the line, it should be a close game and a high scoring game of 238.5, obviously, as the over under. I do think Davis needs to get involved for the Lakers to have a shot. And, tomorrow I'm going to get the underdog notification that LeBron, due to a calf injury, is questionable, and then it's going to be a game time decision. So we're just going to roll with that. And honestly, even if LeBron does get ruled out, this helps our prop even more. So let's look at Anthony Davis's last game. And obviously, take this with a grain of salt. There was no LeBron. So first quarter got off to a hot start. Played up until the 2:28 mark. Then he played the entire third, 8:28 in the second, and played the entire third. That is crazy. And you can kind of see the 4 for 7 for field goal, 2 for 5 from the field goal, but got 4 free throws, 4 for 6 with 2 free throws there. The volume's there. We just need Davis to grab all the rebounds. You kind of hope for the offensive rebound tip in because ESPN, when I box score watch, sometimes they count the tip, like the tip shot, as a offensive rebound. So that definitely helps us there. Kind of hope for a few of those. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that. Um, so I meant to do this in the last video. So if you haven't seen the NFL prop first look, I'll put that in the link in the description or at the end screen. But here's some prop bets to look into for the NFL slate. You know what? I wonder if they took down the NBA ones. I'm assuming they did. Yeah, they did by now. But here's an example of NFL props. This is what you get with Stochastic's Pick'em Pro tool. I always put the link in the description. Sorry. I always put the link in the description here. So definitely worth the investment. If you do buy it, I'll show the rules really quick. First, full update by 10 a.m. my time, 11 Eastern. Second update shortly after injury reports are released by 3 my time. Minute by minute updates occur starting at 4 until the last game starts. So they're frequently updating these mid-afternoon. So it's definitely worth the investment. I would say maybe around wherever you live, around maybe noon or 11 a.m., kind of just taking a peek because there's been times that like by 10 a.m. by me, they don't have NBA props out, but it also kind of depends on injury news, but definitely worth the investment. So, like I said, I'll put the link in the description below. So, um, Scotty Barnes, 35.5 PRA, Anthony Davis, 45.5 PRA. Gonna throw 15 and we're all good. So that'll do it for me. Like I always say, you can tail on prize picks, underdog, sleeper, parlay play. You can just bet them straight on the sports books or even parlay them on the sports books. And just make sure to like and subscribe.